Greetings.
Hello,
Hi, this is Anna from St. Mary's School. How are you?
Anna. I am very well, thank you. Can you hear me? See me?
Yes, I can hear you and see you.
Oh,
Wonderful.
perfect. I can't see you, but never mind. I can.
Ta-da!
Oh, yeah. There you are.
Well, let me take you through St. Mary's a little bit. We
Mhm.
are a boarding and day school, all girls, located in North Carolina. It's right in the heart of Raleigh, which is the capital of North Carolina. So it has like kind of a pastoral feel on campus, and then you step off, it's right in the middle of town. Very walkable to museums and shopping and parks and things. Um, we have about 315 students. Usually it ranges from
Did you
300
say 316?
315. Yes. Uh, about 45% of that is boarding. And then the rest are day students. Something that's a little bit unique, I would think, to our campus is that even though a lot of our students sleep off campus, they are included in all of the residential life activities. So they stay here until after dinner time to study and eat with the other girls. They go on weekend trips and weekend activities. So it becomes a very robust community. And then they go home or they go to their dorms in the evening. So um, it's a very active campus. Um, we are right in the middle of a town, which a lot of times families want to ask about our safety measures because most boarding schools seem to be in rural areas. We have a
Yeah.
24/7 we have a 24-hour, 7 days a week security team. A lot of them have extensive security backgrounds or were ex-military, U.S. military. And so our campus is pretty permissive for the girls, but pretty locked down for anyone outside. So we have codes on all our buildings, and the only ones that get in are the ones that need to get in. So even the day students don't have all the dorm codes for and so on. It kind of lets you know exactly who's where and where they're supposed to be. The girls are allowed to like sign out for campus and do their own things when it doesn't collide with our school schedules. But it we definitely have a lot of checks. They have to sign out of campus with one of our faculty members. They sign back on by a certain time. Um, Parents can choose whether they get to spend the night at other people's homes during the weekends, because with the day students, sometimes the day students spend the night here with their boarding friends, and sometimes they go home for the weekends to spend time with family members. So in that way, it's kind of a great, very close knit community where the girls really know everybody at every grade level, and they're very close. I've been recently interviewing a lot of our students for leadership positions, and most of them say that the reason they love St. Mary's and they're so compelled to be here is that the community is so strong and that they feel really supported rather than um,
Okay.
com- competing with them, and that they feel and that they're very connected to all of our traditions. So in addition to our strong academics, um, we have a lot of traditions that kind of bond the community and some really fun things throughout the year.
What is the name of the school exactly?
The school, what?
Name.
The school name? St. Mary's School.
Okay, it's easy.
Yeah.
School.
It,
I want to be sure I don't miss you. Cool. Okay. And the closest airport for international, which one is it?
one more time, I'm sorry.
The airport, the closest national airport.
Oh, yes, Raleigh International Airport is about 20 minutes away, and we send shuttles over there to pick up girls all the time, whether they're like flying in and out for college interviews or, what have you. But that's usually where they fly into RDU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to have an idea, because I didn't have the schedule of schools names website.
Okay.
I will ask for it.
Yes, and absolutely, we can always send that to you as well. Right now, we're keeping our admissions open specifically for international students. There's a few local people applying, but most of it is international. We're definitely very focused on having a very diverse campus, and we like to have people from all kinds of backgrounds, countries, languages. We really think
How much is the cost for a year?
Our annual complete cost is $62,850, and that includes academics, books, room and board, everything. It's one fee. And we also have financial aid and scholarships that we offer to international students.
Important.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, and not easy to come by, I think. I specifically work with all international students. I've spent most of my career overseas, and I'm very sensitive to certain needs. We just moved back. Yeah, we just moved back from Asia about 5 months ago. So anything that they really need, I usually can navigate that. And kind of connect with the parents because these girls are young, right? Let's see, the TOEFL score, that we do have some minimum requirements. Our TOEFL score of students who are not first language learners is 90. We accept Duolingo, which is about, I think the score is like 128. It's pretty equal to the 90. If someone has done a different test, we look at that by need, by case by case. We have an SSAT, but when they're applying late or in countries where it's not easy to access, we send them placement tests directly, and then we evaluate them in-house to kind of get an idea of where they're at academically.
Yeah.
Some of the support that we have for international students, or for all of our students, specifically for international students, we do have an ESL class that helps them navigate language culturally more so than the basics of the language itself. That kind of helps them understand like the classroom language and some of the terminology that they use here that can be really hard to navigate when you first get here. We also have learning support. Yeah, we have learning support, and we have daily tutorials. So while our classes are very challenging and we definitely want students to excel, we also want to really help them achieve that goal. So they have full and constant access to the teachers.
Excellent.
Yeah. Is there anything specific, any other things that you would like to know?
No, I think what you told me is really interesting. Maybe which sports they play, but I'm sure there will be a sport every term, and isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. We have 17 teams.
Wow.
Almost all girls can play or be involved in a team. If they're not athletic, we have dance. We have a dance like kind of studio where the girls spend the whole year choreographing and performing. We have musicals in both the fall and the spring. We have a very robust choir program. We have individual lessons for any instrument that the students come needing to study, and we do recitals throughout the year with those. And we have visual arts. So we have this beautiful studio where the girls can either take classes or on their own time in for their own leisure can go into the studio and use it at any time. So yeah.
That's a dream for
yeah. It's one of the favorite things that they have on campus. They're like, "Did you see the art building?" And it is. It's beautiful. It's like skylights, beautiful studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they spend a lot of their weekend doing things like that when they're not busy on trips.
Very nice. Yeah, I think I got the information, and you have my email. It's
Yes,
info@overderemo.es. Please send me so I can keep you in and to request availability when we have somebody interested.
absolutely. I will go ahead and send you some information, and I'll send you some of the things that you can kind of send out to some of your clients.